DEBx, amplifying voices, accelerating change.
Please help me welcome to the stage Payam Owtad.
I love being one of 7 brothers in our big Iranian family. And I love being around people. Despite this, for almost 18 years, I've been living on a self-made, isolated island of education, immigration, and hard work. I cut myself off from all those around me so that I could focus my attention on what seemed to matter most: getting academic degrees, coming to America, and becoming an orthodontist. My hard work paid off, and I started living the life of my dreams. But surprisingly, a deep sense of fulfillment and inner joy was missing, and I didn't know why, until Ironman Arizona 2017. An Ironman race is a long-distance triathlon consisting of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike, and a full marathon of 26.2-mile run, which needs to be completed in a 17-hour window. On the morning of the race, my brother, Payam, woke me up at 4 a.m. and helped me to prepare for the race that started 3 hours later. I really appreciated his loving support and I really wasn't expecting to see him again until the end of the day. But when I finished the swim, about 2 hours into the race, I saw that Payam was still there, along with my other brother, Payam, who had also joined him. They cheered me on at every corner, and until I finished the race after 14 hours and 43 minutes. Put yourself in my brother's shoes. Think about it. More than 14 hours standing on the street just to support a brother. They literally been there all day filling me with joy. I really loved having them there, and I called them my Iron Brothers. It was also awesome when later my sister-in-law Zahra showed up with my sweet 5-year-old nephew Arvin, who got to run with me a few steps during the race. And at the finish line, it was amazing to share the beautiful Ironman experience with friends and family. This experience made me realize that the secret to joy and happiness is to have people in our lives, to be connected to them, and to always be there for them. Yet, for most of my adult life, I've chosen my own individualistic interests over people. You see, at the time I didn't know that life, it's not an individual sprint race, but it's an endurance team sport. Yes, life is an endurance team sport. I also learned that the true joy comes from choosing people over things. And I mean everything. Like my beautiful brothers chose me over a beautiful, relaxing Sunday. Actually, Zelda Fitzgerald, an American novelist, says, learn to love people and use things, instead of loving things and using people. I shared this with my cousin Sadaf, who is a young and a smart professional girl. And she said she could relate to this message. She said she does not want a diamond wedding ring, as she believes there could be a chance that child labor was involved in the diamond industry, and she doesn't want to be part of that. She is literally choosing those children that she has never met over a beautiful diamond wedding ring. She's choosing people over things. Obviously, her choice is not a choice that most of us normally make, because in life, usually when we are making choices, we first ask ourselves, what is in that choice for me? Don't we? When in fact, the key to living a joyful life is to ask ourselves first, what is in that choice for us? What is in that choice for all humanity? Because guess what? We are all human beings. And a genuine and caring answer to what's in it for us, what's in it for humanity, will always guide us to make choices that are best for all of us collectively, including our own selves. Simple logic, isn't it? Have you ever asked yourself why people like Gandhi and Mother Teresa are highly admired? They chose people over things. They chose people over their own personal individualistic needs. Wouldn't you love it if your doctor chooses to show up at your hospital bed in the middle of the night, even out of an assigned shift, just to make sure you're well? Wouldn't you love it if your boss, at some difficult time of your life, even without you asking, gives you time off and covers your duties while you're away just to support you? So if these two simple examples resonate with you, let's, to the best of our ability, start to consciously making choices like this and choosing people over things. It is common these days for many of us to work 80 hours a week, to leave home before the kids are up and come back after they're asleep. Many of us are so busy making a living that we forget to live. Many of us are so busy providing for our family that we forget to be with our family. And in my case, I've been so busy for so many years to become a successful father and a strong family man that somewhere along the way, I even forgot to get married. This is why, right in the middle of our busy societies, some of us end up living like a castaway in our own self-made island of things and suffer from isolation. And the impact may be more than you think. Research has shown living isolated and disconnected has similar negative effects on our health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So, if you're already deeply connected with people around you, treasure it more than anything else. But if you're living like a castaway, do anything in your power to get out of it by just simply choosing people over things. If you're an athlete, be like Muhammad Ali, an American professional boxer. Be the athlete who competes not only to win competitions, but also to push his opponents to grow and develop to the best version of themselves and inspire people to live healthy lives. If you're a businessman, be like Andrew Carnegie, a philanthropist who says, "The man who dies rich dies disgraced." Be the businessman who does not do business just to accumulate money, but to create wealth and abundance for everyone, and contributes to the world peace. And if you're a leader, be like Nelson Mandela, an African revolutionary leader. Be the leader who does not lead to feed his own personal power, but instead to connect to the heart of the people and the followers and inspire them to grow to their best possible selves. And if you're a human, be the one who does not live to only serve the personal needs and wants, but to serve anything and everything that is in the best interest of the people and all humanity. All of this is what I learned from my loving Iron brothers during an Ironman experience. A lesson I could have learned from a young, beautiful, special needs girl named Annie. Michael Pritchard, who is an American educator and Annie's coach at one of the Special Olympics, shares her story. At one of the run races, the gun goes off and Annie starts running all over the track and having fun. But just 40 yards to the finish line, Annie stops. Michael is waiting for her and yelling, "Run, Annie, run, you're going to win the race, run, run." Annie waits right there. She reaches back to hold her friend's hand behind her. And her friend reaches back for the other kid, and so on. Now, 6 kids are holding hands, smiling and walking across the finish line together. Annie looks at Michael and says, Michael, if I cross the line, I win. But if I wait, everybody wins. Together, we all win. Together. Thank you. Thanks to beautiful Annie. Together, we all win. So, what are the things in your life that you could give up? And who are those people in your life that you could reach out for their hands? So like Annie chose her friends over winning the race, always, and I mean always, choose people over things. Thank you.